had entreated him to speak to Hseth and understand the will of a god, his potential. She had helped him betray every law he had ever made. In a moment, all of it was gone. Without a word, she had left him to die. The whims of the gods, as fickle as a false spring. Aaron had never been so easily turned. But look what it had earned him. In Hestra's absence, the world grew loud. Gone was the crackling of his heart, the warm rushing of his blood. Instead, he could hear the snap of embers in the fire, the sparks that hissed minutely as they died on the stones, the rain that thrashed against the window, thinning as the sky brightened. Most of all, he could hear the desperate dredging of his lungs as they tried for air. It did no good. Not without Hestra, his secret, his shame. Without her, he would be dead before the sun rose. All his hopes lost. Help, he thought. Unbidden, his friend's name crept into his mind. Help me, Illigast. Illigast was not coming. He was in the east, betrayed and wounded. Betrayed by him. Aaron was alone. He had sacrificed his closest friend, his brother, his one remaining love, for the power to change the world. And it had gained him only a pathetic death in a locked room. A tap at the door to his chambers. Soft, tentative at first. He couldn't answer. Then knocking came harder. Your Majesty? The guards. They had heard. There were noises. My king? They could not find out his secret. Not yet. They weren't ready. The door shook on its hinges, the guard shaking the lock. Aaron tried to drag himself upright. Don't come in, he tried, but barely managed a croak of air. He fell on his side, knocking the table, and the compasses and writs he had spread across it clattered to the floor. His vision blurred. Hseth had promised him. Talisha and Middren, united as one, coast to coast, claim of the trade sea, the beginnings of an empire, of indisputable love and power. He should have known their promises would come to nothing. The door splintered, slamming back on its hinges and smashing into the wall hard enough to shake the dust from the tapestries. In came Knight Commander Peter, shoulder first. She drew her slender sword and cast around for an intruder, finding none. Just a mess of twigs, a crackling fire. My king? She gasped in her alarm, dropping to her knees beside him. He struggled for air, for control, but he could not hide it now. No blood, no covering, just an open, empty wound. Peter's eyes found the chasm in his chest, the darkness where death should be. It had been years since the axe of the god of war had gone deep into his bones, ripping through his breastplate and cracking his ribs into pieces. The marks remained, where the metal of his armor had made a mess of his skin, healing into dark red scarring, threaded with Hestra's smoke script. That, a vivid black. A god's promise. Please, Aaron whispered, though he did not know what he was asking for.